Happy New Year, everybody. I didn't know if I wanted to, not say not want to bother doing one of these, but you know, guys, I churn videos out, like they're on a conveyor belt. I wish I could paint as fast as I actually make videos. Probably if I didn't make so many videos, then I'd probably get more painting done. I'm sure my wife would tell me that, but I enjoy doing these things. So, it was, first of all, I think I said it over the Christmas period one, but thank you very much everybody that has taken the time to subscribe, to pop a comment down, to press the like button. If you press the dislike button, as I say, you often hear this from YouTube channel content, but it's the absolute truth. It doesn't, you can feel Mr. Angry or Mrs. Angry and stick that dislike button down. But YouTube just sees it as a like, and it generally happens. They just want the data on it. It actually helps us in the long run because it just gives me an extra click. It just shows people are clicking on the channel. So yeah, but all those people and the vast majority of people I've had over the year have been really, really nice and kind-hearted. I've had probably about 5 that I've had to press the blow them out the airlock button, as I call them, but that's it. I really, really appreciate you listening to the rambles, looking at my iffy modelling skills, all tracks issues again on that Sherman up there, which you'll be seeing in a video in the next week or so. Looking at my figure painting video. I know, as I say, I've just been saying to my wife downstairs, I just don't know how to edit, but I really want to, because I'm not trying to make this into a night shift, really glossy, talking like this up to your special mic and all that type of stuff. I just want to make, particularly my painting videos and modelling, but my painting videos when I want to do them decent. I mean, I look at Serestro's stuff and another painter. He's, and he says he spends hours and hours. He even does it because he's a musician. He even does his own, or ex-music teacher or whatever. He does his own music and everything, But he says, it can take 60 hours or so to do one of his painting videos. I can't, that's not where I'm trying to go with it. I just want to be able to make videos that are not so much rambly like this. I know some people don't mind that. That's just part of, as I say, it's part of my channel, it's part of who I am, I ramble. But at the same time, I would still prefer to do some better videos, more concise on those type of painting videos. So we do a figure in one video rather than like my Voltigeur, which is how many videos? It's probably going to be at least another 2 or 3 before that's finished. So yeah, that's what I'd like to do. That's what I'd like to try and do next, as in this year now. I said that last year as well, no further forward. But we keep trying. I would desperately like to do some proper videos like that that are a bit more, seamless. I can go in and out on them and all that stuff that I see other people do. I just don't have the technology. I don't have the technical skills, and obviously I've got a burnt out head, so that don't help either. But we'll try and progress with that as we can. What have I got coming up in the new year, or for the year? Who can predict? I mean, we're in really a part of history again that we can't predict anything. Right, sorry, battery was dying, so I've had to plug the old girl into the mains. Right, what was I saying? Completely forgot. What was I saying? Yeah, there's no point predicting what I'm going to do, because, as you know, I'll say something and things change. I'll show you. It's like my Oiran bust figure, which was my Christmas present from last year from the wife and my pops. And she hasn't got any farther forward. I actually got out the dustproof box I keep my projects in that are stalled. Got her on the table. This was a couple of weeks before Christmas, and I tried over 3 nights to get back into it, and I just just was not feeling it. I'm just stuck with that at the moment, so she's gone back in the box. She'll get done. It's just when I've got the two wires that keep sparking in my head, finally get round to saying, Gav, you really want to do that, or you run bus today? Great. But not at the moment. I've tried, and there's no point in figure painting, just like scale modelling, there's no point in pushing something. It just ends in disaster. So she's not being painted at the moment, but it's in there ready for when I feel the need. I actually don't have any more busts that in stock at the moment. My wife did ask me, did I want anything for Christmas, and I said, well, let's leave it until the new year, because I've got so much stuff on the bench. It's nothing's going forward fast. Let's put it that way. However, I did see Corey over at Scale Model Inc., new channel I shouted out the other day. He's into his wanting 60mm busts. I can't remember, but the smaller busts than the large one. If you go to El Greco, they call them mini busts, and I thought, I wouldn't mind one of those at £20. They're achievable for me, and it's something I can have on my table and maybe even paint under a camera. So I'm actually going to get one of those at some point in the next few weeks. There's one I've seen in El Greco, Total Conf Grenadier from Kharkov with a MG42 over his shoulder. So he'll be a little guy like this probably. I'm not painting mini bus, so can't remember exactly the scale type of thing, but might well get one of those. I did see that early last year and thought I wouldn't mind doing it. So after seeing those ones that Corey put up, I might have a go on. It's a different manufacturer, but I might have a go on that. Figures, if we go for wargaming figures, you know me, I flit about. I've got some Wild West figures to do, because I do like my Wild West, as you all know, or Old West really. I've got some more artisan design figures before Christmas, only 2 packs. I'll do an unboxing just because I can. I'm really interested, but I'll unbox them. I was holding back on those just because I haven't got time to paint them at the moment, so they probably won't. I probably won't do that for a month or so. But they're coming up. I've got a Old West building, only a small one. I picked up cheap. I'm going to be doing that at some stage again, probably in a month or 2 months, whatever. Finally finished some 6mm I'm painting up. I've been painting up on the side. It's for an unboxing stroke review for Alan at Grumbler Miniatures, who sent me them. He's got some patience, this fella. He never asked me to paint them. I just think 6mm, they look a bit, to show you guys, I've got some unpainted, and I've painted a whole brigade, so 4 stands, but I've had to do them again down the track, back burner. And it's just taken a good couple of months, literally doing bit by bit to get them done. But painted the colours for them yesterday, and they've just got to have a bit of flock on them, and they're all done. So that'll be flocked tomorrow. So we'll have a look at those. But figure my Napoleonic Commission 18mm, that's probably going to go on for another 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that. Client's happy with that. Really nice bloke. So that's that. Which, by the way, there'll be an 18mm show and tell of those chasseurs part of the commission for the Old Guard. They'll be up towards the end of the week, and I'll have a battalion of Grenadiers, the first one I painted for the Grenadier side of it. They'll be shown towards the end of next week probably. So things on my desk, the same things. I'll have the 30-year war mounted figures. I've been promising them for about a fortnight now. They'll be up in the next 5 days, 6 days, whatever. I'm just trying to space it out, because otherwise you'll have a glut of videos and then none. What else? I think that's it. My own figures, I have a Star Wars Legion dewback. My mate Ian Aitken had painted several up, and I really like those, and I like them in the lore, if you understand me. I think the background of Star Wars. And I've always wanted one. When I saw those dewbacks, I thought, I've got to have one. I've got to have a go, even if I sell it or keep it. I don't know, but I've got one of those coming. Should be with me in the next couple of days, and we'll have a look at that unboxing, and then we'll have a. I'll have a. I did think of painting that one up on camera, but I think I'm pushing it a bit. So that's that. Long term into the year, as I say, absolutely no idea. My Joe the Barbarian figure. He's still waiting for his foe to be printed off. I'm going to be doing some printing in the next 2 days. So there'll be some more printed stuff to show you. Well, Star Wars related stuff. We've got some other stuff as well, but you won't be interested in that. Anything else? Models. I've got a fair bit in the stash to pull out. The Sherman, as I put the tracks on last night. Well, went to put the tracks on a couple of nights ago, and they were short. Now I counted and I recounted and I counted. I got the exact number they told me to, and I was still about 4 tracks short. So I had the enjoyable task of sticking those on last night and start. I put some primer on, just brush paint some primer on. I've got to do those and put some mud on. So the Sherman is that not. It's not far from being finished in itself. I've got the stowage. Some of it's stuck together, but none of it's primered, properly sanded down or anything yet. And I've got some other bits of stowage to build for it as well. So that's got to be done. But for 1 in 35 scale models coming up on the channel, I really don't know what I'm going to do next. I've got several options in the stash. I've got an Italian Semovente, which can be used for North Africa or before the Italian capitulation, surrender, whatever. Don't want to upset any Italians out there. But I've got Semovente. Now I had planned. I've kept the Tamiya one that they've redone the tracks, the tracks again, with those Lincoln length ones. There's a couple of figures in it. I'd kept that back because I wanted to see if I could do. It's quite fair. I've got those big fold-out lid type. I always call them lids in the army, but the hatches, and you can see a lot inside. Then they have got some interior to it, not a huge amount. So I needed to really. I decided I wanted to see if I could do a bit like Steve Jones and add some to that. And I've had that probably 18 months. Got it second hand. So I've got some Evente I could be doing. I've got a Zvezda Grad launcher, which I thought of doing in Syria. I bought that book at the Telford with the different photo images of different armoured vehicles and things like the Grads being used in Syria. I thought of doing one along those lines. What else? Greg Riley, Greg sent me a couple of kits, but I've got a Panzer III I could do. That would look good because of the weathering aspect of it. I can do it fairly chipped up and all that type of stuff. And he sent me. I think he'd already bought it for it. There's some resin tracks to go in that, so I don't have to do the rubber bands or anything like that. But there's that, and I've also got a BV. The rubber track personnel little pods. They all connect up. Hunglands, is it Hunglands? BV. Frederick sent me that a couple of years ago, and it's only because it was such a nice kit. I didn't feel like. So it's my head again. I just thought I'm going to stuff this up, and it don't deserve to be stuffed up. But I'd like to do that as well. But I wanted to put that in context. I wanted to put that on another small diorama base, and I just don't have the time at the moment for that stuff. So the BV will be appearing this year, but it's just when I decide to get round to it. I love my 1 in 72 scale aircraft. They will be coming up next on the channel, maybe even 3 in one go, as in one build after another. I've got Joe. I see everybody's sending me stuff. Joe's got Joe from Mad Genius Productions. He got me the Airfix MiG which is looks a beautiful little build, and that'll be coming up next after the Sherman. I've got the little trainer aircraft that I showed, and I can't even Italian, can't remember now, but the little modern trainer which I fell in love with, and I was going to be one of the next builds. I did the Sherman. That's going to be built, and Jen over Genesis Designs and Modelcraft, she sent me Airfix Mosquito, and that's going to be built. So there's probably going to be some aircraft next. Don't know if the video caught Gav trying to stop sneezing then. Yeah, so that's to be done. So there's a fair bit to go. HMS Kent is obviously, I haven't touched HMS Kent for about a month. Going to be starting on her again in on and off over the next few weeks. But as Jason over at Model Kit Stuff, his channel, in 2 builds time he's doing an aircraft build next, and then he's doing the, and I can't remember now which, was it Ryefield? Might be Ryefield. Their Tiger, is it the E version? And he's going to do a diorama on that, and he'd asked me a couple of months ago would I think about doing some figures for him, because that's not his strongest point, which happens a lot. My strongest point, I'm not some great figure painter, but my strongest point is figure painted. My modelling is slightly below that. All right, then, a lot below that. But yeah, and I said, yeah, why not? So I've ended up, or I'm going to end up painting 5 crewmen for the Tiger. So I'm actually going to start cleaning those off tomorrow night and filling them and whatever, and start painting them probably the week after. I plan with that one, I will make a couple of, it's alright, there's some weird sounds going on outside. Right, let's start again. For that one I will be making maybe 1 video or 2 videos where I paint a figure, you know, like I do with a Voltigeur, but all in one go this time, and then the rest will be painting the background, and as I do one video I might already have another painted one. That's what I'm thinking of. It might just be a case of I'll change my mind completely, paint them all, nobody will see them apart from a quick reveal video, and then I'll send them off to Jason. I don't know, but you know, it depends if I've got the time to do them. I do the videos, that is. So yeah, so I've got those to do. So what we're looking at then, rambly all over the shop, what we're looking at is usual commission stuff, whatever happens to come in at the time. I don't always have, I have got a fair amount of commissions on at the moment. Sometimes I have less, sometimes more. I have only more at the moment because I've just gone off with head problems. I've just not been painting very fast. But we've got lots of Napoleonic work to be painted. We've got some more Vietnam stuff. There will be other war games related figures that I just choose to paint, just purely because I get the enjoyment of painting them, and you get to get a video out of them if you're interested. There'll be some Vietnam, at least 1 Vietnam figure which I'll paint, again like the Voltigeur, but I really would prefer to paint them either in 1 go or 2 videos, but not lots and lots of the same figure. But we've got Voltigeurs, might do yet another Wild West figure, although I've done 1 I believe. There'll be stuff, more Napoleonics will definitely be painted, you name it. There'll be some 1 in 35 scale painting done on camera, whether for Jason's or my own or whatever, but we'll see some of that. I may well, when I do finally get round to get one of those mini busts, I might well paint that on camera. Let's say a couple of 1 in 70, well, a few 1 in 72 scale aircraft. There'll be another one added to that list because I'm definitely going to do it, which is Charlie Mack's got a Pearl Harbor anniversary group build, and you can build anything, sea, air, land, providing it comes up before the date of Pearl Harbor, you know, up to the date of Pearl Harbor anyway. And I'll be doing a 1 in 72 scale aircraft of some description, so that will also be added into the list. And as I say, one in 35 scale, vehicle wise, it really, I've got a plan to get at least one probably Ryefield kit, and when I say well, I haven't even decided one that will be, but there will be a Ryefield kit because I really like those kits, and I can get on with the tracks on those. You know, I'm not, I'd like to say pull my hair out, but I've probably would have done that already. But yeah, there's a you know, there's a Ryefield kit I fancy, or I fancy building a Ryefield kit in the next few months, but it will be a few months because I've got some aircraft and that to do first. And I would like to get at least another large box out of the stash completely done, along with the aircraft. I've also got the 2 Russian helicopters which I unboxed, or at least unboxed the one, the Mi-8, which is one of my favourite helicopters. I'm hoping to get that completed. I started it, only the cockpit and that, and never got any farther forward on it, not because it was a lousy kit, just again things shift, don't they? So I'd like to get the 2 helicopters built this year as well. So it's a plethora of 1 in 72 scale, but obviously the 1 in 35s as well, because I just, what I like on those is weird. I prefer armour vehicles and that in the larger scale. I prefer doing the micro detailing on them, if that makes sense, from the weathering and all that stuff. I'm not such a mad keen fan of doing the smaller scales, and yet I prefer the aircraft in the smaller scales. So yeah, lots to be doing. I think I've rambled enough. So that's what Gav is roughly doing. There won't be, as you can see, there'll be lots of quantity in videos, and quality, not so much. But yeah, you know, I've managed to get, as I say, my lights are a bit better than they always used to be. Obviously, I've got those £20 lights working treat. I would say to, you know, I shouldn't do really, but there's a lot of guys, they do some lovely work, but you can't see them a lot of the time. And as I say, these lights, I'm not going to turn the camera around. About 2 years ago, I did an unboxing of these lights, and they've been brilliant. 20 quid, and they give me enough. All right, yeah, I've got a painted light above me as well, but they give me enough light. But yeah, the quality of the videos, it's more like editing. I would like to do certain videos where, I mean, these rambly ones are fine, but there's other videos that I prefer to get a bit more polished, you know, if that's the word really. So I hope you've got a head full of dreams and ambitions for your projects coming up, whether that's with a brush or with a tube of glue and a sanding stick, or an airbrush even. Adventure into trying something different. That's what I do. Fall flat on my face mainly, but yeah, just have a go. You know, if you're fancying starting a channel up, try that. You know, as I said on a few, you don't have to put your mug on the camera. You just show your hands and show what you're doing. You'll be surprised how interested people are. As I say, it's yeah, it's like mine. You got to sit through a few adverts, but and you do on most, and a lot of it as well is where the adverts are concerned on my channel. I don't have an income apart from the bit of commission work I do, so it all helps. You know, it just, as I say, it gives you a treat at the end of the year. As I say, it's my channel's not big enough to say that I earn income from it, because I don't. You know, it's just at the end of the year you can say, well, bought yourself a bust or a kit or something like that. But a lot of the times as well, once you get over the 1,000 and that they channel you to put adverts on, really, because if you don't, your channel doesn't get put out there. And people don't see it, so you know, it's, or they don't push it out as much as they would do otherwise, I believe. So yeah, you know, it's good entertainment for people. I don't go near the TV. I just put your videos on. It's just, I'm quite happy just painting away. I listen. It's very rare that I skim a video. I know everybody does, and I've done it myself a few times. You know, if there's something you're not massively interested in, but there's a few points, or you want to support that person, but most of the time I put people's videos on, and they're great company for me as I work. So, right, we are really rambling now. But to all the guys that make videos, thank you very, very much. All those guys that I'm connected to, I really appreciate you doing it. As I say, it's built some good friendships up over the years. People come and go, that's life. But you know, I enjoy interacting with the guys that I interact regularly with on here, and that's including the guys that don't make content that put the comments down, because they're a smashing group of people, and you often see the same people putting video comments on other people's channels, you know. So they get involved. They might not actually put a camera on, but I've always said to you guys, it wouldn't be so much fun just interacting with a few channels, you know. It's interacting with everybody that just walks through your channel, enjoys the odd video here and there, puts a comment down, you know. It's all good. So I hope, you know, you don't want to sound like downbeat before you even started. We all hope that 2022 is better than the last one and the last one before that. And unfortunately, with the virus, stroke plague, whatever you want to call it, that we've got at the moment, people have been, you know, literally beaten down, heartbreaking things that you hear on YouTube. There's nothing you can say or do about that, you know. You know how the virus evolves or calms down is only time can tell. Or, you know, you can only control the bits you can control. So I hope 2022 is a better year for you guys. I hope if you're here, it's because I think my channel, you enjoy whether it's figure painting of all descriptions and scale modelling. If that's what you do, as I said to you, you know, find some time at your bench, even if you've got a big bustly family or you've got a hectic social life, unlike myself. Spend some time at your bench, puts things into perspective, helps your head. If you've got, I've got to say, you know, obviously you all know I've got mental health problems. If you've got mental health problems, then do something at your bench. Keep your mind going. Know that you ain't on your own, that there's loads and loads of people out there, and especially over these last couple of years, people have got more affected. You'll be surprised how nice people are, especially on here. You know, you really will be surprised how people will keep an eye out for you. So yeah, paint your figures, build your kits, and keep as safe as you possibly can. Here's to 2022, and you just know there's going to be a hell of a lot more videos coming from Gav this year. Look after yourselves, guys.